Welcome to the Boys and Ivy Chicago Cubs podcast. Hey, Cubs fans. Welcome to the Boys and Ivy. I am your host, Jason Mead, alongside my favorite 12-year-old kid in the world. It helps he's my kid, but it is Mr. Parker Park Chop Mead.
Hey, everybody.
I want to thank you for tuning in to today's show. We are a father-son podcast bringing you what we love the most, and that is what, Parker?
Chicago Cubs.
The Chicago Cubs. Man, it really sucks. It just sucks we're not playing in this playoff. We've been licking our wounds all week. Just been a boring week not watching the Cubs, right, Park?
Oh, yeah. Just the only thing is, I'm glad the Brewers are losing now. I'm glad the Brewers are losing.
Fly the L, baby. The L. Which way am I going here? But the Brewers are currently down 2-1, and they're down 3-1 tonight against the LA Dyers. Our buddy Marco will be excited, and Javier. I just wish we were playing. We should be playing right now in Wrigley Field, but we just didn't get it done. But first things first, like always, we start off the show with the bobblehead of the day. Parker, who is it?
Bobblehead of the day is Justin Steele. Man should have had him on.
Man of Steel. Hopefully we can get him on the show someday. We'll see. But today's show is what if the Cubs would have, question mark, the 2025 reality. So we're going to recap that. We're going to go over a few questions of just what if things would have went right? Some things wouldn't have went wrong, and we could have still been playing baseball tonight. But we'll just go over that over the show today. Parker, first things first, what if the Cubs would have won the division? We won 92 games. Hey, we won 92 games. Guess who got that right? Oh, Paul. Got you by one game. But what if we'd have won the division?
Honestly, I think we'd still be playing baseball because it seems to be between the Cubs and Brewers, whoever is at home wins.
I know. Cubs were 4-1 at home this year. And yeah, we talked about that all year. A lot of the podcasts, the Cubs podcasts have been talking about, all year long. We've failed to win the division. We failed to get the home. I mean, we got the home field against the Padres, and look what happened. We got the, if we just could have got that last game, game 5 in Wrigley, I think we would have won, bud.
Oh, yeah, I do. I mean, even in the Windy City, man, we were still hitting the ball really well. And I thought when we were going indoors, I thought we were going to whack it, especially with Ian Happ hitting all warning tracks, besides that one home run.
Yeah, I just think what could have been. Well, it didn't happen. Question number 2. This guy was the bobblehead of the day. What if Justin Steele wouldn't have got hurt? He would have been another solid piece to our starting rotation. There might have been less question marks in the playoffs on who was going to start, whether it was going to be the Bat Boy or whether it was going to be Shota or whoever. We just didn't know who was going to start in some of those games, and we would have had a clear guy with Justin Steele being one of those starters. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he started 3-1 before getting hurt, and I think he would have been a 10-game win pitcher. I mean, he's a dog. He's a dog. He's been probably our best pitcher throughout the years before this year. I think him and Shota have been really good for us, but I think Steele is probably doing the best. And he's also another lefty at the your pen, and I think he's one of the best pitchers in the league. Like top 20.
Flirted with the Cy Young in 2023, went 16-5, and you're right. We would have just had another one of them lefty fireballs in there. And not only that, but I think he brings a lot of energy to our team. There's last year when he went off on the guys in the dugout, he's fiery. I like that stuff. But would have been another piece to the puzzle that we did not complete. And what if the Cubs would have traded for an ace at the deadline? We were all up in arms about this, Cub Nation. We wanted a guy. And
we got
Michael Soroka. Okay, no knock on Michael Soroka, but he wasn't Dylan Cease. He wasn't Joe Ryan. Who else could we have got, Park?
Could have got Michael King. You could have got Merrill Kelly. Go after somebody. I mean, yeah, Mike Soroka, he's a pretty good pitcher, but go after somebody better, especially losing a guy like Justin Steele. Not just be another guy if we re-sign back next year.
Yeah.
Our
And you
catch
guys,
better.
I think at the deadline, you wanted Shane Bieber, right?
Yeah, I did. Shane Bieber, he's been a stud this year, and if I think if we would have got him again, we probably would have had him in the question marks for pitching in those games because we're gonna have to start the the bat boy.
But no. Shane Bieber's still pitching today. He's still pitching right now. Could have got him, but we didn't. It is what it is. What if the bats would have stayed hot in the second half, Bark? We were just like up and down a roller coaster ride the second half of the season. Obviously, the first half we were just killing it. We were up like 6 games on the Brewers, and then just kind of the wheels fell off. But what if our bats would have stayed hot? We had so many up and down guys there after the break.
Maybe maybe it was just that break. Maybe they just didn't need the days off, just keep the momentum going. But that's no excuse, though. I mean, no one's gonna have a not like 162, no, but no one's gonna have like a perfect season. Everybody's hitting well throughout the whole year. It's gonna be a roller coaster, like you said. I I think the Cubs hit really well this year, especially saying that we didn't think at the beginning of the year that we were going to be a very good hitting team, but this year they proved us wrong.
And we talked about that, before the season, mid-season. Did we get enough offense? Our offense is one of the best in the league at the break. And you like your boy PCA. What a great year he had. He exceeded expectations. 31 knocks. Almost drove in 100 RBIs. He was just on fire at the beginning of the year. Nobody expected that out of Pete. We just had it going, and it just kind of fell apart. But if they would have stayed hot, who knows? We probably could have scratched off a couple more games. Going back to that Justin Steele thing too, you said he probably would have got us 10 wins, which probably would have resulted in about I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7. We might have got to the 98 to 100 mark if Justin Steele would have been pitching, but it just didn't happen. What
Hey,
if the
maybe he would have
Cubs?
done good versus Vaughn.
Yeah, Andrew bleeping Vaughn. Keeping this show PG. What if the Cubs would have signed Alex Bregman,
I mean, yeah, Bregman is a dog, but at the same time, I really loved what Shaw did for us this year. Probably gonna be a Gold Glover. Just I mean, what if he wouldn't? What if we would have got Alex Bregman and then Shaw would have had? We didn't even know how good of a defensive player he was. And Alex Bregman comes in. I mean, Alex Bregman's pretty good third baseman, but I do like Shaw. I mean, the hitting side is not very good, but in the second half, I think he proved. I think he succeeded. I think he did really good in the second half of the season, but I would have kept Shaw. That was what I wanted. But Alex Bregman's a great player.
Yeah, that second half there where it started, there was 2 or 3 weeks there where he was the best hitter in baseball, and not only that, but his glove. How many runs did he probably save this year for us? So I'm fine
At
with it. I
least
mean, Bregman signed a 3-year deal and opted out with the Boston Red Sox, so he's going to be a free agent again. There's been a little bit of talk of him coming to the Cubs, but like you said, I'm Matty Shaw. We got to stick with Matty Shaw. Give him a chance. Not only that, but even you look at Pete last year, he didn't have the best year, but look at the year he had this year. What if Matt Shaw comes back next year and he hits 25 to 30 home runs, still the Gold Glove third baseman that we want? Do you think that can happen for Shaw?
I mean, I hope so. I mean, like you said, Pete did it. I do. I think Shaw's gonna do it. I think Shaw next year. I don't think he's gonna get to 20 homers, but I'm gonna go with 18. I mean that's just a prediction. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So, out of the blue.
2025 prediction for 2026. He's predicting 18. Yeah, I like it. Here's another question that's been popping up here lately. What if the Cubs would have just kept Cody Bellinger? I mean, if you look
I
at his
mean,
numbers, his numbers are
oh,
better than most of Kyle Tucker's. I think maybe OPS or something. Maybe there's a couple of them that were not. But in every statistical category, Cody Bellinger outperformed Kyle Tucker this year. Not only that,
Mhm.
but Cody Bellinger is a stud outfielder. And don't get me wrong, Kyle Tucker is too. But he can also platoon at first base. I think if we end up losing Kyle Tucker, we could have just kept Cody. I think we got a bag of peanuts out of him from the Yankees. But I really like Cody Bellinger as a Cub, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I did, but at the same time, we like me and you talked about this. You probably, I think you said this on a show. We are all excited for Kyle Tucker. I mean, he's a great player. He's won World Series, and honestly, yes, I love Cody Bellinger on this team. Probably would have been better for us this season, but at the same time, Kyle Tucker was an all star. Cody Bellinger wasn't. I mean,
Hey, you
he
got a
had a
point
great.
there.
I think he had a pretty good first half. I mean,
He
second
did. He
half
was an
he's
all
dealing with
star.
injury. What if he wouldn't have had any injuries?
What if? That's what the title of the show is. What if, Park? Man, came up with your own, right? So yeah, that it it could go either way. Kyle Tucker, we were super pumped at the Cubs convention, and all year long we're always talking about the Cubs need to land a superstar, and they did. Kyle Tucker is a superstar. We got him. It didn't work out at the second half of the season. You're right, injury bugs. What if Parker he wouldn't have
What
got
if?
hurt? What if?
What if we would have? What if we start? What if we sign him back? What if?
I don't know. That's the next question. What if the Cubs? What if the Cubs don't re-sign Kyle Tucker to a 10-year, $947 million contract, Bart? What if they don't?
I mean, I would like to sign him back, but at the same time, I really do like Owen Cassidy in right field. I mean, I'm a fan of young guys, and I
Hey,
also want to see. And I mean, I know this is about Kyle Tucker, but I also want to see some Mo Ball. I do.
Mo Baller. Mo Baller. I want to see Mo Baller too. But if we don't sign Kyle Tucker, like you said, we can throw Owen Cassidy out there. We can keep Sayas as DH. We can platoon those two. But Mo Baller, he could be a DH too. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we will
Hmm.
see what
There's
happens.
two stacked. We're just
We're
stacked.
dogs, man. I tell you, we
Better
won
than the Yankees.
92. We won 92 games, and for all the turmoil that we had with the injuries through our pitching staff, with Tuck going out, the ups and downs of the season, I think we're in good shape. Our farm system is loaded. I think we got guys everywhere. But my big 2026 what if what if the Chicago Cubs bring back Mr. Kyle Schwarber, Mr. Indiana
I
Hoosier,
hope.
Mr. Playoff Legend, Mr. Home Run Hitting Machine. What if the Cubs bring back Kyle Schwarber, Parker? How pumped would you be?
This team would be a World Series team
We
after
might
Kyle
never
Schwarber
lose a
back.
game. We might go 161 and
62
one. We
and
never. I hope so. Cause man, like we let him walk for nothing. We didn't even get. At least we got a bag of peanuts out of Cody Bellinger. We didn't get nothing. A good game. That's all we got out of Kyle Schwarber. Nothing. We didn't get anything out of him.
Oh, thank you.
And we let him. We let him walk. And man, if we can sign Kyle Schwarber to maybe a 3-year, 120,
Yeah.
4-year, 160, 10-year, 963 million. Man, Kyle Schwarber in this lineup, dog. How pumped would you be to sign him?
I would be so pumped, and that'd probably be my next jersey. Honestly, that'd probably be my next jersey. Kyle
Okay.
Schwarber, absolute dog. I I really hope we sign him back, and I actually think he would like to come back. I mean, he's done great with the Phillies, but he won a World Series with the Cubs. He might want to come back. You never know. Maybe he'll win another one.
Well, if he comes back to the Cubs, I can promise you we're going to win a World Series. But I'm optimistic every year. I'm optimistic about the Cubs. I'm
Bears.
optimistic about the Bears. And you always
You
dog
love
me
the
out.
first pick.
Oh, the first pick. Blah.
Hey,
Look
at least
down
they're doing.
there.
They're doing.
Listen, you know what? There's going to be some rules changes in our household. Now, the number one rule that, so I allowed Parker to be able to choose his own football team. He picked the stinking Chiefs. He wasn't a front runner. I'll give him that. He picked the Milwaukee Bucks.
I don't know where I got. I mean, I saw. Hey, same
And,
thing. Same thing
but
with the Chiefs and Bucks. I saw them on the cover. That's what it was.
rest is history. But the one thing is, if he does not like these Chicago Cubs, he's out on the streets. It's fly or die, kid.
Oh, I never leave the Cubs.
He ain't never leaving the Cubs.
Never.
What if Parker was a Bears fan? Man, hey, it's safe to jump on the bandwagon right now because, hey, we're about to go on a roll. I told you we're going to win
We
the
got
next
the
five.
best quarterback in the league here, buddy.
We're going to win the next 5 Super Bowls. Like I
In
said,
your
Kyle
dreams.
Schwarber being an Indiana Hoosier. We're going to bring up these guys. How about them Hoosiers? Indiana Hoosiers are the number 3 ranked team, and they just signed Curt Cignetti to an 8-year deal today, locking him up. We're going to build a program. He's not going to go to Penn State. That's probably what happened. Penn State probably offered him some money, and he said, look here, boys, we're going to have to make some changes here. You're going to have to pay the man. Google me. Curt Cignetti, 8 years, $90-some million contract to lead the Hoosiers to the promised land park.
Yep.
Pretty excited about that.
Oh, yeah. Cincinnati's just an absolute dog.
Since this is a PG show,
Just Google him. Google him.
Yeah, Google him. I got to keep it PG, but first thing I thought of is that Wolf of Wall Street. See, I ain't leaving. I ain't gonna say it, but yeah, most adults know that. Bears and Chiefs. The Bears improved to 3-2 after a big win over Washington Commanders, and for the second straight week, we win 25-24. How about them Bears, Parker? Hey, jump on the shit before it gets hot.
No, never. Okay, mom says 15 passing touchdowns. How many Caleb Williams there?
And
He has like 5 rushing touchdowns.
And so, who cares?
And technically should only have 1 pick because.
And you know what else? The Chiefs didn't have did the Chiefs have a penalty against them the other night? No.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. How about that? Google it.
You got video of the credit card.
Google it, bud. But anyway, yeah, Chiefs, they got the big win against the Lions, which helped the Bears out. Thank you, Chiefs.
You're welcome.
All right. But anyway, we want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's show. We're going to try to bring you at least one a week throughout the season. Any kind of news that happens with the Cubs. We're going to try to keep this sucker rolling all the way up until the spring training starts.
Oh my gosh.
So hopefully the Cubs make a splash and get that Kyle Schwarber. That's who we want. But the best way you can help us grow the show is by smashing that like button, hitting the subscribe button, telling all your Cub friends about it, and your Bears friends, and your Indiana Hoosier football fans. But you can give us a 5-star review on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. But we just want to thank you for tuning in to tonight's show. And Parker, do you have anything else? What if we just get off here and Parker breaks it down and gets us out of here?
This is Boys 90 and Sega. Please sign Kyle Tucker. Please.
What if? Thank you for watching the Boys and Ivy Cubs podcast. And like always,
go Cubs, go!